Hello everybody, I'm Blaze and Rebecca, and welcome back to Let's in Distress. As you recall in the last part, there was the marriage, and then finally we were in the room, and Mur was acting strangely because he was about to kill us, which, holy crap, by the way. It's like, apparently he has to, kill us in order to live, but I don't think we've gotten to that yet, but, as long as he doesn't try and hurt you, definitely not. See? Now go on. Mur nods. I am not the Prince Mur you think I am. Well, there's a plot twist. Wait, what? That's one way to start off a story. Very true. It's like, what's the best way to start off a story? Oh yeah, I'm not the Prince Mur you know. My name was once Evian. The old Prince Mur died 7 years ago. Okay, again, the way to start off a story. What the fuck? The real Prince Mur died? Jeez. Or the old one. I'll try to reserve judgment until after you're done with your story. Please do, Nicole. I appreciate it. Thank you. I suppose you suspect I murdered Mur to replace him, do you not? What else might think? Yeah, that's kind of true. Nothing. Wait, Mur, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. Of course you're Prince Mur. I was a peasant. I was poor. Oh! I winced at how terse and to the point his words were. Somehow it would be much more comforting if he were more emotional, if anything. He only sounds resigned. I was the lowest of the low. I skipped meals for days at a time. I could not afford food. Starvation is excruciating. Charming. Death by starvation may be common in this day and age, but it is hell on earth. I don't respond, for I know nothing. Of course I can't. I'm a queen, for heaven's sake. Hair. One day I was on the brink of death. I had gone without food for, I don't know, a week perhaps? I was obviously not keeping track. Well, of course you wouldn't be keeping track. You're starving. I was too drained to even move. I collapsed in the middle of a forest days ago. Oh! That is when my savior approached me. Whoa, well, your savior? Savior? What do you mean? A fairy. Perhaps a fairy godmother even, probably. She found me. She saved me. Did she feed you? What does that have to do with anything? I wish it had been so simple. My digestive system had long broken by that point. I could no longer process the food I ate, and I did not even have the energy to move my jaw. I was a goner. The fairy said that in another day or two I would have died without a doubt. How did she save you then? Mur looks at Nicole once more. Why? I'm sure you have a guess. Am I right? What? Probably. What do you think? Body swap? Oh! That's right. Whether thanks to luck or misfortune, the young Prince Mur and his guards were near the fairy's cabin at the time. He chuckles to himself. His laughter sounds somehow broken. I was too knocked up at the time to do anything, but Prince Mur. The fairy was not any grace to begin with, and did not help that Prince Mur and his guards trampled over her private garden and slayed her pet unicorns. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, anarchist. She had pet unicorns? She was quite offended indeed. Rightly so. I still haven't gotten even one to merely talk to me. Mur shakes his head. She slaughtered all the girls and swapped Mur's and my bodies. Oh. Oh. There's a cold of finality to Mur's words that I can't fathom a response to. Even as his voice is still, tears continue flooding from his eyes. How in the world have you maintained a body swap for 7 years? I can't sense any fairy residue from you aside from mine. Yours must have passed since you last saw the woman. I do not understand what you mean by fairy residue, but your hunch is right. 3 years to be precise. You maintained the spell without her help? Our first sacrifices were more than enough for the Oh my god, sacrifices were necessary for the body swap thing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh god, did you... Yes. What? What did he do? Cole shakes his head and Mur does the same. It's not important. Oh, I have a pretty good idea. You do not wish to know. Probably for the better. I do, though. I don't think you do, Princess Charming. I do not want you to know. Not that my word means anything any longer. I will tell you if you need me to, but you'll probably be much happier without knowing. I bite my lip. Will you tell me another day? If you so desire. Regardless, Mur died of starvation shortly after he received my useless whole of the body. And I was now the healthiest I had ever been. What about your voice? Why does it kill? The so-called curse on my voice was of my own volition. I asked the magician to curse me. Admittedly, I never expected its effects to be so gruesome. Evian, my old body, was mute. I picked up speaking fairly quickly, but it feels uncomfortable. Besides, switching to my voice as my primary mode of communication felt like severing my last ties to myself. The curse benefited me threefold. First, it's hard to pretend to be a famous man if you must speak to those around you. Secondly, it prevented me from resorting to speech to converse with the ignorant. And finally, it provided a means of self-defense where I had none. Normally, if the sacrifices are not made, both parties simply return to their original bodies. But Evian's body is dead, while Mur's mind has passed to the afterlife. If we revert bodies, I die, Princess Charming. Me. I die. Every day I look in the mirror and loathe myself. I deserve to be dead. I deserve a painful death for all I could have done and not done. At the same time, I refuse. I do not want to die. He has that face again. So I will not. I must not. I cannot. Save. Why did you target Charming? She has nothing to do with this. Charming was the perfect target, in theory. The fairy lent me her special dagger. She told me that if I wanted to ensure that body swap lasted the rest of my life, I had to use it to pierce someone with tremendous magical abilities through the chest. That explains that. Jeez. That's fucked up. Shouldn't be doing this. Yet magic uses are nigh non-existent outside of Luna Kingdom, so I had nobody to target unless I came here. But my... No, Prince Mur's parents became overprotective once I returned. I was never allowed to leave the castle unless I was summoned for political occasions. Princess Charming's ball provided the perfect opportunity for me to come here, and I soon realized that Charming was the best victim possible. What do you mean? Sorry. Charming, everyone knows your magical talents. You're also royalty, and even now, despite being one myself, I hate monarchs. I hate your selfishness, your ignorance, your cockiness. And if I wed you before murdering you, I could even have your throne. I could have power like never before imagined. I could have magic at my beck and call. Helping others like me would become much more doable. I don't respond. Now that I finally have everything spelled out before me, there's no room for denial. Mur used me. He never loved me. And I fell for his lies. I don't know what I expected. I should have known. I should never have agreed to marry Mur. I should have listened to everyone. Aha! Jeez, my voice is going. My hand begins to throb and I close my eyes. Why didn't you kill her then? You're right. She would have been the perfect target for you. So why were you clumsy enough to be caught? My eyes flutter open immediately despite myself. The memory of Mur kneeling atop me in bed with his dagger in his hands, trembling like a leaf and unable to make the decisive move, fled to my vision. Oh, yeah, he didn't do it for some reason. Mer looks down at the ground. She has grown on me. I want her to live. Even if you die? How much time do you have left again? A little over 2 weeks. But yes, even if I die. And the wedding? What about the wedding? Why did you convince her to hold this so much earlier? I think it's because he would have died at that time. Oh yeah, because like in 2 weeks with the wedding, he would have died then. It makes so much sense. I was afraid. I was afraid that if I spent any more time with her, I would fall in love with her and be unable to kill her. A little late for that, buddy. I wanted to settle things before everything escalated that much. I think you're a bit late there, don't you think? Nicole shrugs. Clearly you have fallen in love with her already. Mer doesn't respond. You're welcome, Charming. I feel the heat rise to my cheeks. Princess Charming. I understand we can no longer be together, but I hope we can split ways like gentlefolk despite all my errors. Is there anything you'd like to tell me? I assure you I will make no attempt at your life. Who says you have to leave? Well, what? Look at his face. He's like, what? I love you too, you know. If my royalty is a concern, all I can say is as long as you stay in Prince Mer's bite, you are Prince Mer. You're royalty too. If keeping yourself alive is your only concern, though? Nicole, do you have any solutions? No, I do not. But I'll look more into it. There's only 2 weeks, that's all. Don't worry, Charming. I promise. I'll come up with something before time runs out. Thank you, Nicole. As for you, Mer, I love you, and I want to trust you. Answer one question for me. Will you let me? Mer hugs himself with his arms. He's trembling madly. Oh. Only minutes later does he finally nod, and a smile blooms on my lips. Aww! Hearing my offer, the 2 commoners stare at me wide-eyed. They may be lowly peasants, but they are lowly peasant leaders who have been distributing wealth and food among multiple communities for years. Thanks to their work, fewer families have starved, and illness is no longer a death sentence for many. While I'm not sure of their methods, I do not know that you've been hard-pressed to find the money necessary as of late. Yes, that's too amazing! Thank ye, Your Majesty. I'll never forget your kindness. I'm only repaying you for all your hard work, sir. I appreciate your service to the nation. Well, gee, I don't know what I can say. Nothing, Queen. Thank you, Your Majesty, with all the bones of our hearts I have. If you are grateful, please continue to support your family and community with the money and rank I'm bestowing. You are nothing, sirs. You're the leaders of your communities, and you have been making up for where I lacked. I'm sorry I waited so long to properly compensate you guys for your time and support. Hood, say something. Gods and goddesses do exist. Gee whiz! Yeah, Your Majesty, you're the absolute bestest. The bestest. Your Majesty, apologize for my friend's excitement. We're just so stunned by your kindness. We weren't expecting anything half this nice. When we were summoned, we thought we were to be punished. How did you even know we existed? Well, let's just say the royal family is finally going out into the streets incognito, the way we should have been for centuries. Who knows? Maybe the 2 of you have met us. What do you mean? I don't remember meeting anyone special. Well, don't forget that Lunar Kingdom has magic on our side. We could have disguised ourselves as your best friends, and you 2 would have been none the wiser. Oh, wowie! But again, thank you, Queen. You're the best queen. The men bow before me. I look sideways at Mer. When our eyes meet, both of us blush, then simper. Our years have not lessened our love. It's all thanks to King Mer. I was once a sheltered, ignorant princess. Without his guidance, I would be just as frivolous as the other rulers. Well, thank you too, King Mer. The peasants scamper out as soon as I dismiss them, and in a few more minutes, Mer and I are the only ones in the throne room. And this is probably going to be near the end, but I'll be back with more. See ya!